Welcome back. In this video, we're going to create section 9 of the layout, which is the footer. And on the footer, we have 4 parts of the footer. We have the top footer, which has the contact info. We have the mobile, email, and the location. And then we have the social media part. And then we have the company info. And then at the bottom, we have the copyright information. So let's get started and create something similar like what we have on the layout. So on the HTML, I'm going to start that section. And I'm going to start with a comment as always. So we have start section 9, the footer. So here I'm going to start that section. So we have footer with a class of footer and a container. And then I'm going to hit tab. And then you're going to style that class. So I'm going to save, and then on the SASS file for that section, which is the footer.scss, I'm going to open that file. And then the first thing I'm going to do is to use the modules. So we have the first one, which is the custom. So custom, and then use it as star. Then we also have the mixin. So we have the use, components, and then mixin. Use it as star. So here I'm going to style the footer. We have that class already. And here I'm going to set padding top. I'm going to set that to 1 rem. Then the background color. So here we're going to create this color. We don't have it on the custom SASS file. So here I'm going to create a variable called footer specifically for that section. So I'm going to save, and then we need to create this variable on the custom SASS file. So I'm going to open that file. So this is a new color. So I'm going to add it where we have the white and the gray colors. Or let me just add on my theme colors. So we have variable footer, and then I'm going to assign it this color, that is 151414. Close, and then I'm going to save. Let's see from the browser, and there you have it. At the bottom here you can see we have that color. So we are going to start with the top footer, which has this contact info. We have the icon, the phone, the working hours, and then we have the email icon, the email, and then we have the location and the icon. So you're going to start with that top footer. So on the HTML, I'm going to use emmet to generate the 3 sections at once. So here I'm going to start a new row, and then I'm going to add the columns. So I'm going to group them, and here I'm going to use columns that are going to create different breakpoints. For medium devices, I'm going to use call MD4. For large devices, I'm going to use call LG4. And then we need the container for all that content. So I'm going to call it contact box. Then we need some padding at the top. So I'm going to add that class, padding top 1. And then we need the container for the icon. You can see here from the layout, you have the icon, the title, and the subtitle. Same way with email and the location. So here we're going to use block element modifier to nest it. So again, we have that class contact box, and then underscore icon. So that one will be the container for the icon. And then we need the container for the title and the subtitle. So here I'm going to add a plus, and then again contact box underscore info. So the info will have the title and the subtitle. Then I'm going to add the title. So we have the link with a class of contact box underscore info, and then I'm going to modify that with title. So we have minus title, and then we have the text. So I'm going to have title goes here. So we're going to replace that with the actual content for that title, and then we need the subheading. So here we're going to use paragraph with the class of contact box underscore underscore info minus minus subtitle. So the text, we're going to use subtitle goes here. Again, you're going to replace that with the actual content. So here at the end, I'm going to say times 3, and then it's going to generate for us all the 3 section or the 3 columns at once with the content. So hit tab, and now you can see we have the first container that is for the phone or the mobile number, and then we have the second one for the email, and then the third one for the location. So I'm going to comment them so that we can know where they start. So we have the first column, so I'm going to say start or just content for the phone or for the mobile number. And then we have contact for email. Content for email. And then we have the third one, which is content for location. So I'm going to save. Let's see how it looks like on the browser. So that is how our content looks like so far. So we're going to style it. You can see we have the title goes here for the first one, the second one, and the third one. Next, I'm going to add the icons. From the layout here, you can see we have the phone icon for the phone content. We have the mail icon for the email content, and then we have the location icon for the location content. And these are SVG icons. And I must mention that there are different sources that you can get these SVG icons. But if you want to use the same icons that I've used here, then you need to go to tablericons.com. So here, you're going to start with the first icon, which is the phone icon. So I'm just going to type phone. And by doing that, you'll be able to see that icon, and you can see it here. The name of that icon is phone call. So I'm going to click it to copy the SVG code. So click, and you can see now it says copied. And then on the first column where we have the container for the icon, I'm going to paste that code there. So paste. Next, we need the icon for the email. So again, you're going to type or search for that icon. So I'm just going to type email. And here you can see we have that icon. You can see it here, mail opened. That is the name of that icon. So I'm going to click it to copy the code. So again, where we have the icon, that is the content for email. We have that container, paste. The next one is the location icon. So I'm going to search for that. So again, on the table icons, I'm going to search for location. And by doing that, you'll be able to see the icon, and you can see it here. The name of that icon is map2. That is map -2. Copy. And then on the icon container, I'm going to paste. So I'm going to save. Let's see from the browser how it looks like. And there you have it. You can see now we have the 3 icons. So let's also replace the titles, the subtitle with the actual content that we have on the layout. So let's start with the phone number. So I'm going to copy. So I'm going to, and then we have the subtitle, which is the working hours. So let's do the same for the email and the location. So copy. So I've copied that. Let's also do the same for the location. So I've replaced all the content. So I'm going to save. Let's see. And there you have it. Now you can see we have the actual content. So the next step now is to style the content. So we already have a SASS file for that section, which is footer.scss. So here you're going to style the contact box, which is the container for that content. So let's start with the comment, which is style the contact box content. So we have that class contact box. So here I'm going to set the position to relative. Then you're going to style it the way we have nested on the HTML. So from the HTML, you can see we have this class, which is contact box underscore underscore icon. And then we have contact box underscore underscore info, which has the title and the subtitle. So that's how we're going to style it. So let's start with the icon. We have underscore underscore icon. And then another one is info. So we have underscore underscore info, which you're going to modify the title and the subtitle. So for the title, we're going to modify that. So we have minus minus title. And then also for the subtitle, minus minus subtitle. So here I'm going to start with the width, and I'm going to set the width and the stroke. That means on the HTML, where we have the 3 icons, we need to remove a few things. And one of them is the width and the height. You can see it's already set to 44. And also remove the stroke. And that is the color of that stroke. So let's start with the width and the height. So I'm going to select and then target the 3 icons. So we have the second and the third one, backspace, and then also the stroke color. So we have the stroke color, so I'm going to remove it. And then for the stroke width, we're going to set that to 1. So I'm going to remove the 5 and then save. Then we can go ahead and set the width of the icon. So here I'm going to set the width. So I'm going to use 4M, and then the stroke, I'm going to use primary. So I'm going to save. Let's save from the browser. And there you have it. You can see now we have the 3 icons, and the color of the icon has changed to purple. So next, let's style the title and the subtitle. So for the info, you're going to set the padding. So I'm going to set the padding to 0.4 rem. And then for the title, let's start with the color. That is white. And then text decoration, none. And then for the subtitle, let's set the color. So we're going to use one of the gray colors. You can see from the layout, we have this gray color. So we're going to use one of the gray colors. So here we have gray 300. So that is the color we're going to use. And then we need also to set text decoration to none. And also not forgetting the font size of the title and the subtitle. So for the title, we're going to set the font size to 1 rem or 1.4. And then font size for the subtitle, we're going to set that to 1 rem. So I'm going to save. Let's see. So that is how the content looks like. I think gray 300 is not the correct color. So let's try gray 600. Save. Let's see. And there you have it. So something else is we need to set the font weight of the title and the subtitle. You can see they are a bit bold. So I'm going to set here for the info. So we have font weight. I'm going to use 600. Save. Let's see. So much better now. Next, I'm going to set the display for this content, and this will create different breakpoints so that we can target different screen devices. And this will also make our content fully responsive. So on the HTML, where we have the 3 columns, I'm going to select the 3. And then here we're going to add the display utility classes, which are going to create different breakpoints. So for medium devices, I'm going to set the display to block. So we have D, and then medium, and then block. For large devices, we're going to set the display to flex. So we have display, large, flex. And then for small devices, you're going to set the display to flex, or any other device. So you have display, flex. So I'm going to save. Let's see from the browser. So you can see now the display has changed. You can see now on large devices it's using the display flex. So I'm going to right click so that we can check for other devices and inspect element. So you can see here, this one is a medium device. It's an iPad with a screen window of 768. You can see the display has set to block. So you can see the icon is on top of the title and the subtitle. That means that display is working on that device. So let's see from a small device. So I'm going to switch device. Let's go for Moto G4. So again, here you can see the display is set to flex. So I'm going to switch to another device, another small device like Galaxy S5. Again, you can see the display is set to flex. So the only thing we're going to do here is to reduce the width of the icons on small devices and medium devices. So here I'm going to add a media breakpoint, which is going to target large devices only. So on the footer where we have that icon, I'm going to add the media breakpoint. So we have include media breakpoint up, and here you're going to target from small device, and then you're going to set the width to 4M. So copy, paste. Then on small device, you're going to set that to 2M. So I'm going to save. Let's see. And now you can see the icons have reduced the size. So the next thing is to also reduce the title and the subtitle on small devices. So again, here we're going to create or include a media breakpoint, which is going to target large devices. So I'm going to copy that media breakpoint and then add it where we have the title. So here you're going to set the font size to 1.4M and then 1rem for small devices. So this one will also apply to subtitle. So I'm also going to copy where we have the subtitle. So we need to include that media breakpoint. And then where we have large device, we're going to have 1rem, and then we're going to reduce the font size on small devices to weight 0.8. And then I'm going to save, or 0.9. Let's see. And there you have it. You can see now we have the title and the subtitle. They're a bit small. So let's switch to another device. Let's go for a medium device. We have an iPad. So again, you can see the content is fully responsive. Let's go for a large device, iPad Pro. Again, you can see the content is fully responsive. So here I'm going to switch back to a small device. And here the only thing I'm going to do is to make sure that the icon and the title are aligning together. So I'm going to add some padding where we have the icon. So we have padding top. So I'm going to set the padding top to 0.5 rem. So save, let's see. And there you have it. I think we need also to reduce the font size of the subtitle. So I think 0.9 is a bit large. So here I'm going to set to 0.8 and then save. Let's see. So now I think everything is perfectly fine. So on all devices, our content now is fully responsive. So we can move on to the next step.